Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Christian from ActiveC.biz here with a very quick look at our latest custom pod offering from ActiveC.biz. This is a very exciting release today. We have the Enterprise Edition of SurveyMaker for Adobe Connect. And this adds some very powerful features indeed to an already extremely powerful tool. So let's get dug straight in and have a quick look. Now, one of the first features that people already know SurveyMaker, they'll see that this purple bar at the top is indicating to us that we are in edit mode when we're trying to add questions. So if you see that flashing purple at the top, that is just to let you know that you are not having a live survey at the time, and you will need to set your survey live for everybody else to see the questions. So I've added a rank question, and we're going to show you a really killer new feature. This button over here on the right hand side is to add an image to our question. Now, much in the same way as sticky note pages already allows you to add images, we've ported that functionality through, and we can now add images by URL or from our Connect library. So I'll click on this button on the right hand side, and I have to log into my Adobe Connect system. So make sure that you don't use your ActiveC Cloud account to log in here. You'll need your credentials for your Adobe Connect system, and we can log in, and this will take us into the content library of your Connect server. Now, I don't have any images in my personal content, but I can go to shared content, and here is a list of all the images we have ready to go. So for example, here's a gecko eye image I could use, and we have a handy preview here on the left hand side. We also have the card choices image that I've created ready for this demo. So I'll bring that in. I'm going to set the image height to 400 pixels to make it a bit clearer. I'm going to add a question. So which hybrid car do you prefer? It's a rank question, so actually I should word that slightly differently perhaps, but that will do for the purpose of demonstration. Here comes my answers. I'm just going to paste them in because there's quite a lot of cars, and we're ready to go. It's going to give this question a colour as usual. I'm going to go with red, as that's quite nice, and I will set my question live. Now here we have straight away a beautiful image question. You can see the image displays. We have a question that relates, asks you for a response to the image, and here we have a list of answers that I can order in terms of rank. So we're actually going to show you another feature which is quite cool. We've added to this new version. We've simplified and made a little bit clearer the metrics attached to several of the questions, particularly rank and order and pick and order. So as I start to reorder these tiny bit, let's put Tesla at the very top because that's a very cool car, and click OK, you'll see that we now have a bar chart metrics appearing. Now I have another guest login here, which I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to quickly put some answers in on my other account off screen. You won't be able to see this right now. Just do a couple of changes, and I click OK here. You'll see the metrics will change, and there we go. We start to get an idea of how many people have rated the cars in different places, and it's a little bit clearer to see with this new metric type. I'm going to update my answers again, and also the more people you have in the session, the clearer it becomes, and it works particularly powerfully if you have allow partial answers visible in pick and order question. So there we go, that's a pretty neat new feature. Now let's look at some other things that we have. So first of all, I'm going to look into the settings here. I'm going to close that and go into edit mode. As per usual, we can go to the ActiveC Cloud, and we can download survey. So I'm actually going to bring in just a standard edition example of all the questions available. So this survey has every single question type prior to the Enterprise Edition release. So here we go. And there are some powerful things that we've added under the hood. So I'm going to go into the settings here, and we have, first of all, you'll see a display mode option. The options are display multiple questions or display single questions. So we've brought to SurveyMaker the ability to step through a series of questions one at a time. So let's show you single question mode. You'll see automatically it will go into single question mode, and we'll look at the features of it in just a second. We also have a new addition, a timer has been added to SurveyMaker. So you can actually set a timer to have an idea of how long you've been on any particular question or survey. And this works just the same in multiple question mode, as you see, the timer's at the top, as it does in single question mode. But we'll demonstrate both of these together. And we also have added some features to allow hosts to control who has access to the advanced features in the pod. So you can remove settings buttons, save and open buttons, export, report buttons, survey toolbar controls completely, and the question admin buttons you can remove from certain people. So if you have presenters in the room that you do not want to have access to all of the advanced features, you can restrict these things to host only if you want. We also have a little bit more control over the paused notifications, so you can change the wording and also add an image if you want, so you can brand this as you'd like, or set a topic for your session. And as usual, we have the color options here, and I'm going to set on answer to red because I think it looks a little bit better that way. So here we go. Let us set the survey live in single question mode and explore what we have. First of all, we have a timer option here, which we can click play to start, and everybody's timer starts to count up. So we can say that we're going to give people here 15 seconds to answer each of these questions. As a host, I have the controls at the bottom of the screen to help me advance through the questions. 15 seconds is gone. I click onto the next question, and there comes a second question for everybody to answer. It's really very neat and easy and intuitive. You use the forward and backwards arrows to go through the questions one at a time. Now this is particularly useful, I think, if you're going to be running a session where you don't want to really have too many layouts, but you want to have questions that come up at various different times within your session. So instead of having to duplicate layouts and add individual questions or polls, or to bring polls in and out on the fly, you can create a single instance of SurveyMaker and then step through the questions one by one as you get to that time in your presentation. We also have an option to see a list of all of the available questions and to click on the next question you want to jump to. So if you want to jump directly to the pick an order, here it is. I'll turn on the metrics so you can see how they look with more people answering them, and I can put some questions in and you'll see them animate through. There we go. It's our new metrics types, looking very nice. Hovering over gives us all the details we want to know live on what people have rated. So that's it. That's SurveyMaker Enterprise Edition. A quick and brief overview. Keep an eye out on this channel for some more videos coming soon. We will get deep and down and delve into some of the advanced use cases of all the new features and others, single question mode, image question mode, timer, and the advanced metrics. We'll get them up in no time so you can see them and get hands-on very soon. SurveyMaker Enterprise Edition will be available on our website, and that's it from me. Thank you so much indeed for your time.